part, that pretty much wraps up our position on this. And we have meetings Monday nights at 7:30, so come join us. I realize not many Democrats here, but
Yeah.
We're going to clap for everybody.
yes.
Okay.
Clap for each club, that was my shutting off the other two.
All right. Each year, there are more deaths caused by heart disease and car accidents than guns. Does this mean we should let the government regulate what we eat, regulate what kind of cars we drive? In addition, there are many items that can be used as weapons other than guns. Knives, chairs, we can start killing each other with anything, really. Where does one draw the line? At the end of the day, the person behind the weapon is responsible for the crime, not the weapon. So, as we've been mentioning multiple times, we pretty much all agree that this war on drugs is failing. You can go anywhere, you can go get weed, you can go get acid. I mean, people go to raves and go trip on, I don't know, ecstasy, whatever you want to do. Why would increasing the restrictions on guns turn out any differently? As we all know, just because something is deemed illegal by the government doesn't make it impossible to obtain.
If a criminal wants to have a gun, they will find a way around the law. And wouldn't a criminal prefer and be less intimidated by an unarmed target? College debt. You would also agree that the way in which the police responded to the rioting and looting in Ferguson was brutal. If this were the case, wouldn't making it easier for the people in power to have guns rather than the citizens be even more detrimental to our safety? Adolf Hitler once said, "The best way to take control over people and control them utterly is to take a little of their freedom at a time, to erode rights by 1,000 tiny and almost imperceptible reductions. In this way, the people will not see those rights and freedoms being removed until past the point at which these changes cannot be reversed. The more we allow the government to make restrictions and regulations, the more power we are giving to the government, and the easier it will be in the future for the government to completely take away our rights. The time should never come when all law-abiding American citizens lose their right to bear arms because of a select few who choose to use guns for purposes other than self-defense, hunting, and recreation, because those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety."
Okay, so I just said a few minutes ago, I would love for there to be no guns in the world. That'd be great. You know, if we could find a way to peacefully come together and say we're all going to get rid of all our guns, that's awesome. As soon as you interject violence or force or enforcement or coercion or whatever you want to call it, that's when it becomes a problem for me. That's when that idea just, gets into this idea of gun control. You're not black, you're not white, you're kind of in the middle, which is gun control, which some people find to be good. Some people like to be gray. So I just would like to point out to everybody here, and I hope everybody takes with them, that the word gun control is just a misnomer. That's it. Any way you cut it, whether you agree with it or you disagree with it, it's nothing but the idea that there's going to be a centralization of guns to a certain arbitrary group of people. That's the bottom line. Whether you think that's a good idea or a bad idea, fine. I mean, that's why we're here debating it. We think that the idea, of self-ownership and peaceful interaction is the way to go. If you think that a group of people with guns should take away other people's guns is the way to go, then I'd highly suggest you to reconsider your position.